guys, welcome back to the channel. It's Cole and Jay, and guys, we have a hot one on our hands today, although we have found some shade, but right now the current temperature is like 102 with a real feel of like 112.
Yeah.
So, and it's been like that for the last few days, so it hasn't been that great of fishing, but we found some running water back here flowing out of one of our favorite spillways. We've fished here so many times, we've caught a lot of fish here, and we're hoping to do the same today. We've got a mix of baits, we've got some night crawlers, we've got some shad, we've also got a box of crappie jigs. Like, we don't know what we're gonna catch. We haven't fished here in a while. The water is moving, like I said, but it's kind of muddy and it kind of smells weird. But we're gonna try our best to make something happen today and hopefully not fall victim to any sort of heat stroke symptoms like the last time we were out here this time of year.
Don't remind me of that.
Last time we were here, J-Baby got by the sun.
Last summer.
That's what I said, last time we were out here last year.
Oh,
This time, yeah. I think that's what I said. I don't know, it's already hot.
We got plenty of water today though.
Yeah, plenty of water, we have plenty of bait, and plenty of time to catch some fish. So guys, if y'all are excited about today's episode, do us a favor, hit that thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already, and Jay, let's see who catch the biggest fish out here today.
Let's do it.
Let's go.
Oh, fish on! Oh my goodness, what is that? He looks so tiny. Wow. Wow. That is one tiny catfish. But there we go. There's my first catfish of the day. He is a feisty little guy who's ready to get back in the water, and I will happily release you. All right. See ya.
All right, so we were just getting all of our stuff all set up. We started hearing some rustling behind us in the bushes. And take a look at this. We've got a crew. We've got a whole audience here to watch us catch some fish. Where y'all from again?
Malvern.
From Malvern. And what's your name?
Corbin.
Corbin?
Cheyenne. Madison. Blake. Brady.
Hunter? And y'all have already been down here catching fish. We actually passed them walking across the dam. They had a whole stringer full of fish, so we may not be able to catch anything. I think they caught them all. But we're gonna do our best, but hopefully we will, and maybe they'll cheer us on if we hook something big. But we haven't even got our poles out in the water hardly yet, but we're gonna try our best to catch some so that we'll have something to take home to eat tonight. So we're gonna get after it. Y'all leaving tomorrow?
Oh! Woo!
Crappie!
Woo! A crappie!
There we go.
Heck yeah, they told me where the fish were at.
Well, that's gonna be our first keeper of the day. We didn't have a bucket on us with some ice, really, so we have a stringer, so we're gonna be stringing these fish up. It's a little bit more cumbersome, but I think it'll be worth it.
Ooh,
nice one.
Excited. Oh, what is that? That's a slab. That's a slab.
Slab.
Woo!
Big old crappie.
Yeah, baby.
Get him, JJ.
Woo-hoo-hoo.
That's what's up.
Heck yeah.
Now that's what I'm talking about, JJ. That is a slab.
Yeah, this one is definitely a lot bigger than the last one.
I know, two good crappie. I wasn't really thinking about catching crappie out here since it's so hot.
I honestly was not thinking about catching crappie today either, but we saw them. They had like a couple of crappie on their stringer, and I was like, that's getting me excited. I'm definitely going to be crappie fishing today.
Yeah, and I never come out here without a crappie tackle box because you just never know. But I'll take him for you so you don't have to lose your spot. And I'll get him on the stringer for you, and you just keep doing your thing. I'm going to keep trying to catch a catfish. It'd be nice to get a good mixed bag. Maybe even a bass or something. We'll see what happens.
Whoa! Whoa, baby! That's another big one! Woo! That's a slab! Get in here! Oh my goodness! Heck yeah!
There's no stopping the slab queen. You can only hope to contain her whenever she gets on a roll like this.
Oh yeah, once I get started, there's no stopping me.
That is another nice one. The last one was a nice white crappie. This is a nice black crappie. Look at his fins. They're all frayed up.
Yeah.
They're probably just like swimming around in the current, getting beat up against the rocks, or maybe beating up against each other. I don't know, but that's another good keeper. Let's get him on the string.
When y'all first started, how many subscribers did y'all really have?
0.
Well, yeah. Everybody start out 0. Were y'all nervous when y'all first started?
Yeah.
Nobody distracted you.
I think we're just making it just for fun. Uh-oh, hold on guys. Hold on guys, here we go.
Oh my
Big catfish, big catfish, big catfish, big catfish, big catfish, big catfish, big old catfish. Here we go, here we go, here we go. All right guys, you see I made a change. I put a bobber on. Is that a flathead?
Oh, please be a flathead.
Oh, it's a flathead. Let's go, baby. We got a flathead.
Where is he?
Oh my gosh. I put a bobber on, let it float right over these rocks, and we got a flathead. He's not a monster, but he's coming here with me. Come here, buddy. Oh, I'm stuck between the rocks. Oh my gosh, come here.
I'll hold your pole
Looky there, guys. All right, there we go, guys. That is so exciting. Was not expecting to catch a flathead on a night crawler. I've caught them out here night crawlers before, but usually I just assume I'm gonna catch channel catfish, but he was fighting weird from the get-go, and I thought he was a lot bigger than this, but that is just so cool. I put a bobber on and let it drift over into the shade over there over those rocks, and he was just down there just munching on it. That is so cool. Look at the coloration. Look at that modeling. They have that brown, that black. I mean, they just blend in with these rocks so well. They sit there and ambush little things just floating by in the current like these night crawlers, and they just smoke them. That is so, so cool. I love these fish so much. And it's always a treat to catch one. Man, we've caught crappie and flatheads so far, which are, I guess, kind of like our target species, but really we came here to catch channel cats.
Hey,
So
I'll
weird.
take it.
I will take it also. He got hooked really good. All right, got him unhooked. We're gonna throw this guy on the stringer. No fish is safe out here today. We are wanting to take some fish home to do a catch and cook, so we're gonna get him on the stringer, we're gonna get back out there, and so we can catch some more cool fish. Get a cool mixed bag going on. That is so sweet.
He did show me. What? Whoa! That's a big one.
Is that a crappie?
That's a crappie.
That's a giant crappie.
Oh, baby.
He feels heavy.
Is that a crappie? That ain't no crappie. That's a white bass, largemouth?
Oh, God.
White bass.
Woo!
White bass. Ain't nothing safe here.
Fight so hard. Come on, fish.
Big old white bass.
Woo!
Giant white bass. Oh my gosh, Jay, you had me sweat. I thought you had a 2 or 3 pound crappie on
I
for a
thought
second.
I did too. My heart like literally stopped for a second.
I think everybody thought. Did y'all think we had a crappie?
Yes.
Oh my gosh, and then again we saw the stripes, but hey, that's equally as good though. Those are great eating fish.
Our catfish catch and cook has turned into a multi-species catch and cook.
Yeah, but we're hoping to get a channel catfish before this is all said and done, but we definitely weren't expecting to also catch a big old white bass. I mean, that's like the biggest one you've caught in a long time
Yes,
too.
that was fun.
I mean, that's like a 2.5 pounder.
Yeah.
I mean, what a nice fish. And he just gobbled that crappie jig up.
Yeah.
I mean, look at that. Gone. He definitely wanted that.
Oh my goodness, he hit that bait so hard. He was like, thump. I was like, that's a giant crappie.
That is so cool.
Oh gosh.
The action out here has been so crazy. Like, we can't even like keep up with all our rods. Like, I'm barely even fishing. Jay's just, I get a rod casted out, Jay hooks up, then I hook up. It's just nuts. But it's so much fun.
All right, let's put him on the stringer. Oh, I got one. Woo! Yeah, that's another nice one. Heck yeah. It has been a minute since I've had a bite. We were just talking, I was like, man, I don't think these fish are biting anymore, but looky there. We got one and we are gonna add him to the stringer. Woo!
All right, so the bite slowed down quite a bit below the spillway. I think it'll probably pick back up, but I've decided to walk down here and try to catch a largemouth. Brought a few crankbaits with me. The water here is flowing, but it's pretty shallow, so I have a pretty much just a waking style crankbait. Right here, this is the 6th Sense 80 wake, just in a shad color. I saw a little bit of fish activity. I couldn't tell if they were largemouth or not, but we're gonna give it a shot. Fish on, fish on, fish on, fish on. Largemouth. There we go. This fish looks so ridiculous. You're not gonna believe this, guys. Look at the hump head on that largemouth, guys. He's got weird abrasions on his side. I actually went back down and grabbed a different crankbait. That 80 wake wasn't doing them to him, but I felt like I'd catch one on a square bill, so I grabbed this little Crush 50, and that was, I think, my first or second cast with it. And we caught this weird looking dude. That's exciting. We can add this to a list of species now. I was planning on maybe keeping a largemouth, but I think I'm gonna throw this one back because he is just so strange looking. I mean, look at the curvature. Let me flip this other side. Look at that. I mean, looks like a beluga. That's so crazy. So crazy. And he's got that weird knots on him, but we'll go ahead and just send him back. He's a lucky guy today. Y'all have been hounding us about wanting us to do a bass catch and cook, but he's not gonna make the cut today.
Oh, there we go. That's a good one. There we go. Baby, that is a good one. Might be the biggest one of the day. Not even kidding. Woo, yeah. Ah! Yeah, baby!
Dang! I got back here just in time.
Yeah, you did. That is definitely the biggest of the day.
I think it's huge.
Whew.
Oh my gosh. I gotta quit messing around trying to catch bass and catfish and just crappie fish, I think.
Dude, you need to put some jigs on and catch some crappie because it's a lot of fun.
That's a nice one. I mean,
Yeah.
that's like a 1.5 pound fish.
Heck yeah.
Beautiful.
Oh!
Oh, good one, JJ.
Oh yeah, that is a good one. Oh, right up against the wall. Oh my goodness.
The crappie.
It feels like a crappie. Oh yeah. Another really nice one. Woo! Heck yeah! Y'all, I am having so much fun right now. I have been wanting to catch crappie. We haven't caught crappie in a while.
I know, it's been 100 degrees, it's been hot. It's not really
Yeah.
like crappie season for us, but
So I am just loving this. That is another nice one. My goodness.
beautiful black crappie. We've got a mix of species down here.
Yeah.
We've caught crappie, catfish, bass. This has been awesome. All we're missing is like a channel catfish and a big bluegill.
Yep.
So
It could happen.
it could
Never
happen.
know.
And I haven't even caught a crappie yet. I've been trying the last like 10 minutes, but maybe I'll get one, maybe I won't.
Yeah.
Uh-oh, big rod's getting a bite.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh, big rod's getting a bite. We have a crawler ball on there and hoping the big channel catfish will eat it. So far it's been a bunch of gar. Nice one.
Woo!
Fish! Crappie! Hey, I joined the crappie party. I got my other rod over here getting a bite, I think, but there's my first crappie of the day. Nice little black crappie, bit the orange and chartreuse tube. They really like these bright colors out here in this muddy water. I'm gonna add them to the stringer and see if I can catch a couple more. And maybe this guy will start bending over with a big catfish. I really want to catch something on the push button. It's been 10, 20 years, probably 20 years since I caught fish on the push button.
Woo! There we go. That feels like another good one. Woo! Heck yeah.
The Slab Queen has struck again, another nice one. I'm not sure what it is that you're doing. You're working your bait pretty fast, and I have a hard time reeling crappie jigs fast, but that's what they're liking
They like
today.
it fast, Cole.
I know, it's so weird. I'm used to just slow rolling as slow as
Yeah,
possible, but
yeah.
I guess the hotter water and they have a faster and higher metabolism or something. They're
Yeah.
just more active. But that's a good one. What's cool is we got a full assembly line now.
Yeah.
So Jay and I, we're catching the fish and we're just handing them off.
Here you go.
And these fellas are stringing them up for us. We got Blake grabbing the fish and then Brady's putting the fish on the stringer. I don't know how many we got on there now. Once you get that guy on there, pull it up so we can see how many fish we got. Ooh, it ain't bad. That ain't bad. That ain't bad for a day's work. Look at that. Some nice crappie, got a nice flathead. And we got a little bit more time to hopefully maybe catch one more fish. We're gonna go for one more.
One more.
One more and we're done.
Okay. Oh, baby. Oh, gosh, that's a good one. Hey, that's a good one. Might be the biggest. What do you think? Do you think it's the biggest?
Yeah, it's nice.
Woo! Get up in here! Yeah! Well, it looks like the last fish of the day is gonna be a crappie, and it's a dang good one.
I know, that's gonna be rivaling our biggest of the day on the stringer. I still have my catfish pole out there with a big old juicy night crawler, so maybe there's a chance we'll get another bite. But if not, that is a solid way to end this
Oh,
trip.
yeah.
Man, that is so crazy how many crappie we've caught out here today. How
I
many
was
you've
not
caught?
expecting to catch crappie today, so I am just so pumped.
I know, that is so great. I'm so glad that we decided to bring the crappie box.
Oh, yeah.
We know better than to leave it at home when we come to this spot, but we're gonna get this guy on the stringer. We're gonna hike it back to the car, and we're gonna get them all cleaned up here in a little bit.
Sounds good.
Grab them like that.
There we go, man.
Now just pull it up.
That's awesome. Hey, we appreciate all y'all's work today. That's awesome. They're there. They're there. Those are gonna be some good eating.
Oh yeah.
And luckily y'all got a whole bunch of y'all's camp too, right?
Yep.
Oh, yep, y'all got some crappie. Everyone's eating good tonight.
Oh yeah.
Let's go. All right, so we just hiked back across the dam with all our fish, and before we had to leave, we had to make a pit stop because Blake said he had a big old fish he wanted to show us. And look at this big old bass. Dude, how big was that fish?
6 pounds.
6 pounds, I believe it. That's how long he is. Look at his head. Look at the belly. And you said you're gonna get that guy mounted? What'd you catch him on?
A stick bait with orange and brown.
Oh, orange and brown stick bait. Man, simple fishing, catch you a big old bass. And that was right at the same spot we were fishing at, right? Oh man, how come we couldn't catch anything like that? Yeah, I guess y'all caught them all. We said y'all caught them all earlier on, but y'all did save us some crappie, which is nice. But that is awesome. That is a huge fish. And is that your biggest one?
Yeah.
Oh, that's so cool. He's like holding up next to him, like how big he is compared to this guy. Look at that. For perspective, that fish is huge. So cool.
I'm taller than it though.
Yep, you're barely taller than it. Congrats on that big fish, dude. And thanks for all your help out there today. All right, well, as much fun as this has been, we caught a lot of fish today, but we have got to get out here. It's getting dark. We got to pick up baby C, see what he's up to. But to say bye to the crew that hung out with us out there at the dam all afternoon.
So much fun.
Yeah, it was a blast. It made the trip a whole lot more fun.
Yeah.
It was hot, but it was definitely entertaining catching all those
And they
fish.
carried all of our fish bags
Yeah.
and our tackle. They were so nice and so helpful.
Yeah,
So,
that was
we
great.
appreciate it.
So y'all have a great rest of y'all's camp trip. Bye, guys. All right, guys, we are back with y'all. We are about to clean up the fish that we caught yesterday. I'm out here on the dock with the clean table out here. I figured it'd be nice to just clean the fish out here so I can throw the scraps out into the lake. But as promised, I have in hand our new old-timer lithium-ion electric fillet knife that we got a few videos ago in our unboxing, and I am excited to try it out. Now, one thing to mention is that I didn't do any additional charging. I'm just using it as the way it was whenever it came out the pack. So it was charged up a little bit, and hopefully it'll be charged up enough to clean these fish. We have about a dozen crappie, and we have that flathead, and it should make some good eating. So I'm gonna get to work on these guys, and I will give you guys the rundown of how I like this knife once I get done cleaning the fish. All right, so I just cleaned 4 crappie, and I think it's safe to say that I probably should have charged up this lithium-ion electric fillet knife before trying it out, because I think that the battery's already dead. But I think it's just because it wasn't charged up all the way when I first got out of the package. But we'll charge it up again, and we'll do another test on it here, I guess sometime in the future. But what I want to do is I'm gonna have to take all my stuff back up to the house up there so I can clean these fish with an electric corded knife. So this gives me a good chance to try out both knives. I'm gonna get the corded version of this hooked up, and we'll see how much power these guys really have. But overall, it feels good in the hand, and it cleaned those fish fine, but I could just tell that it was starting to weaken, and I didn't want to like start pushing it and, you know, burn the motor up in this thing. So anyways, we're gonna take our stuff back up towards the house where I can have some electricity to power the knife, and we'll get after it again. All right, we're back. We just had to move all of our stuff up here to the back deck, but look at this, guys. That has a lot more power, and I'm assuming that's what the other knife would do on a full battery. But anyways, we're gonna get to clean the rest of these fish. I cleaned those 4. Let me see how many are left in here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 crappie. So we had a dozen crappie and then that 1 flathead. So let's pull this guy out, give you guys a look how this knife does. All right. So we'll just do like normal. We're gonna start here behind the head, around the pectoral fin. Dang, new knife's got some zip. You can see I kind of like to line it up so it's flat. Now we're gonna run the knife all the way down the side to the tail. Flip it over. It always takes a minute to get used to a new knife. This one is definitely this one definitely has some power. Nice smooth cut. And now we're going to take the ribs out. See how it does doing that. No problem. And there we go. There's a fillet off that nice crappie. Go a little bit faster this time. Beautiful. First impressions so far with the old-timer electric fillet knife are pretty solid. You know, most of the time when you get a brand new knife, they're gonna cut well. It really just comes down to durability and longevity, which is gonna take, you know, several reps and, you know, a lot of fish cleanings to figure out how long this knife will actually last. But right now, definitely happy with it. And we'll clean the rest of these fish and I'll give you my overall synopsis on this knife once I'm done. All right, JJ, what you think about that?
I think that looks so good, and I know the viewers probably think so too.
Yeah, so what we have here, y'all saw me grilling the fish. We got the grilled fish with some spicy Cajun seasonings, and then over here we have some Spanish rice that was sent in our last unboxing video, and then of course to level it all out, we have some broccoli.
Yummy.
So go on ahead, get the first bite. You caught the majority of those fish. I think I put 2 of the 12 or 13 fish in the cooler.
Mmm. Oh yeah.
Was that crappie or was that catfish?
I think that was catfish.
Catfish?
That's catfish.
Yeah, so here we got a little mix. So that right there is our piece of our flathead, and then that is crappie right there you have right there, I think.
Yeah,
so.
I'm gonna get some crappie though. Here, I'm going in for about a crappie. I'm gonna add a little bit of rice to it too. Mmm.
Really good?
Really good.
Really good. Man, it looks good. It smells good. It smelled good while I was grilling it. I was like, man, I'm ready for this to be done so we can eat it.
Dang, that's so good.
All right, I'm gonna do the same. Grab a piece of this crappie right here. Thanks for catching all the crappie, Jay.
Oh, you're welcome.
That's really tasty. It's always good. It's always good. Just kind of depends. Like sometimes fish out of somebody's water tastes better than others, and in that place the fish always tastes good. And then here we have that little flathead that I caught. I thought about letting him go just because he wasn't a huge fish, but I told you guys nothing was safe out there yesterday. Tender and juicy and just so delicious. Man, flathead catfish is so good. If you've never had a flathead and you go out and catch one, you definitely need to bring it home and eat it. It is so delicious. Let me get a bite of this rice too. I forgot who it was that sent this to us, but they sent us a 6-pack of it. So we get some fish, a little rice.
It's a good combo.
Yeah, I feel like I'm in Louisiana. We got the Spanish rice, kind of like that taste, and then the Cajun fish mixed together. That's amazing. Wow. All right, guys. So we're gonna start off just by getting rigged up. Y'all ask for this all the time, how we tie our double jig rigs. And I feel like now is a great time because I don't have one rigged up. So it's very easy. I'm gonna start by tying the first jig. I just tie a simple little Palomar knot on the bottom to get things started. I'm gonna grab, this is a 1/16 ounce double cross jig head from Crappie Magnet. Chartreuse in color. I'm gonna put this bad boy on the bottom. And let's see, I just tie a simple little Palomar knot. Nothing big, nothing crazy. I'm realizing I have 4-pound leader on here right now. I wish I had more. I wish I had a stronger line, which if we break it off, we'll switch it out. But there it is. First one tied on, Palomar knot. Now we're going to add our second jig. I like to do it about 14, 16 inches above. And all I do is I double my line up. I should be saying I got it doubled up. And you're gonna tie a 3 looped overhand knot. 3 is important because if you do 1 or 2, the loop will not stay. So there's 1, 2, 3. See that? We're gonna pull it tight. There's our little dropper. They're honestly a little closer than I want. It's probably about 12 inches apart, but it will be all right. What you're left with is a loop on the top of your line. We're gonna grab another jig head. We're gonna grab a 1/16 ounce eye hole jig. Gonna shove some scent in there if we have it. And again, you're just gonna tie a Palomar knot. Got that loop, got that doubled up line. We're gonna tie it right through that jig eye. And if you can't get the doubled up loop through the eye of the jig head, you can cut it and make it just a single piece of line and run it through the eye a little bit easier. But just tying a Palomar knot, once again, super easy. And boom, we've got 2 jig heads on our line. We got a pink one, got a chartreuse one, and now we got to add our baits. We're gonna dig in our box and find some crappie magnets. Now we are in our bag. I'm just gonna grab, I think I'm gonna do some show enough. Hard to beat the show enough. We're gonna put this one on the top jig, and I think I'm honestly gonna put a grub on the bottom. We'll do this white and chartreuse slab curly. grub from Crappie Magnet, just to give them a little bit of options. That should be money. We have a ton of stuff in here to try out. It can always be different from day to day. Let's go ahead and rig these up on the jig head. Put the slab curling. I like to put the grubs on the bottom, just so that the tail's not hitting the line. You can do it however you want to. Got one bait there. And then we got this guy up here. And as it gets darker, we'll probably change up and put some darker colors on. But for now, that's good. Let's see if we can, oh yeah, we got scent right here. Some slab bites. And I'm gonna link everything that I'm using down in the video description. You can get the jigs that you're seeing me tie on at crappiemagnet.com. You can get them out of our J Crappie Magnet bundles. It has a little bit of everything that you need to get going for these multi-species fishing rips down below the spillways. All right. Okay, so we got the scent infused into the jig head, and what's great is that this just stays on there all day long. Let's get after it. There we go, first cast. Oh, my drag was so loose. We've got a tiny little white bass to kick things off. He bit the slab curly. I told you guys I can't resist it. Little tiny white bass. I do plan on keeping some fish today. It's gonna be a little bit bigger than that. That is a very promising sign. First cast, or it could be a jinx. We need to catch another one real quick. There we go, 2 casts in a row, baby. This one bit the top. This one here bit the show enough. It looks like they don't care what you throw out there. Show enough Crappie Magnet, slab bites, another nice little white bass. We need some big daddies. And we need some slabs. We need some crappie. Oh, that's a nice one. He thumped it. I don't know what that is. Probably a drum. Oh gosh, he smashed it. What is it? Is that a striper? Oh, it's a drum. It's a drum. Kind of thought it might have been a striper for a second, but it's just a drum. It is a nice one. He's dark colored. Come here. Come here, big man. There we go. Second species of the day. That's a dark drum right there. It's a good one. Probably 2.5 pounds, 3 pounds. Oh, stay on there. Stay with me, buddy. I ain't ready to let you go yet. Oh, he was pegged. My bait got kind of stuck in the rock for a second. I popped it off and he slammed it. He just pooped some nasty juice on me. I'm gonna send him back. Got you! Man, there is a ton of those little yellow white bass down there, it seems like. As I'm just getting drilled every cast. Just peck, 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 peck. Where are the big ones at? Little white bass. I don't care what I catch. It just feels good to be back down here. I know we're gonna run into some good fish at some point. Hopefully some big slabs. But they've been weird. They've been biting closer to dark. Got him. That is a crappie. Let's go. There we go. There we go. There he goes. Well, he broke me off. But there is our first crappie of the day. It's going to be a good keeper. And we are definitely going to be throwing him in the basket. I got a different little basket we're going to be using today. I'm not sure if y'all heard of these or not, but this is a thump net. And it's just like a floating fish basket that you can zip and unzip, toss it out there, keeps them fresh, keeps them lively. So we're going to go ahead and throw him in the thump net. That should keep him lively. I'm just gonna tie it to a rock. All right, first crappie that I gotta tie that jig back on. I don't even know where I put it at though. Guys, there are so many fish right here. It is unbelievable. There are shad just getting nuked. I'm not sure if it's all from white bass or some striper, or if it's even from crappie. I don't know, but they are just getting rallied right here where we're standing, right at our feet. Another one. Is that a crappie? I think it's a drum. Might be a white bass. Oh, he's digging weird. It's a white bass. A little small white bass. Biggest white bass of the day, though. He loaded up on it. Nice little white bass. Get back down there. Got you. Another little white bass. Where are the big ones at? Is this all that's left? Where did the big girls go? I don't think the spawn is on anymore for white bass. We'll take it. He's pooping. Got you. Oh, it's another crappie. That's not gonna be a keeper though, unfortunately. I don't think. He looks a little small. Second crappie of the day is gonna be a little small. He gotta be 10 inches out here to keep. He's probably 9 at best, but still it gets down to the crappie are biting. I mean, if we're catching some right now, it could get nasty a little bit later on. We'll send it back. That's the target species right there, guys. There we go. Nice fish. Nice little white bass. These guys are a hot mess out here today. They are just zooming. There's so much shad that I'm competing with. Surprised me even getting any of them to bite. I mean, they are shad. You can't see them, but I can see them. Just the whole, like, first foot of the water column, it's just shad for days and days. Like, I could probably catch, I don't even know how many pounds shad I can catch in one throw right now. There is so many. And I haven't seen shad down here like that yet this year. Oh, there we go. There's a crappie. That's a keeper. There we go. It's been a minute. We kind of hit a little bit of a drought, but we finally got our second keeper crappie of the day. We've caught 3 crappies so far. I mean, a crazy amount of small little white bass, but that is awesome. Starting to get a little bit later. It's 6:45. We got about an hour and 15 minutes till it gets dark. But hopefully these guys will continue to move up and we'll catch a whole bunch of these guys, because it can go down in a hurry out here. But we finally got another something to put in our net down here. There's a fish. Oh, what is that? Is that a crappie? White bass? It's a white bass. It's the biggest white bass I've caught today. He smoked it. That's what we're after, some of these bigger white bass. Not even a giant, but still a good one. Still very chunky. There's our biggest white bass of the day. When he came at first, I thought it might have been a big slab, but look at how he gobbled up that slab curly. It is way down there. Oh, we had it gobbled good. That's a really good quality white bass. Definitely would be a good eater. We're gonna throw him back. We're gonna try to catch a bunch of crappie as it gets a little bit later and progresses on into the nighttime. But that is a nice one. Can't be mad at that. We'll see you later. There we go. Oh, we got 2 fish. There we go. Daily Doubles got a new species too. It's out of nowhere. We got a skippy and a white bass. I figured these were out there. I've been seeing a lot of them shad getting rallied, and I figured it was a bunch of these guys. But we've got a skipjack, and we've got a little white bass. This is probably number 50 as far as these guys go. We have caught so many of these, but only one better than average sized one, which is crazy. They bit at the exact same time, I think. It felt like a crappie thump. It felt good. Felt good. Oh, another one. Another one. Another one. Little white bass are on fire. They've been loving that. I've been loving it because they've been loving it. There we go. Finally got us another one. I've been waiting for him to get up here next to the bank, and I'm like, man, it should be happening right now. But there we go. There is our, I think it's our 3rd keeper crappie, and I got him on the new crappie magnet. I forgot what it's called. It might be called Slab magnet. I don't know. It's basically a 3-inch long crappie magnet, and it's ribbed. Got the black chartreuse on because it's getting dark, and I think that's our biggest one of the night so far. Not bad. It looks a little post-spawn. Looks like it's got kind of like a dent in the belly. We'll take it. Hopefully about to start catching. The water's actually kind of picked up in speed a little bit, which isn't great. But it kind of just had a nice little swirl next to the bank, and hopefully it'll bring some more to us. That's number 3 for the little net. I was hoping to fill this baby up, but we'll take it. We'll take our 3. A couple more and we got enough for a nice mess. Here's right underneath my feet. I'm gonna take one step back. I'm using the 13-foot jigging rod now. And it's pretty spot on for what they've been doing for me this spring out here. Not really catching much. Oh gosh, and then right at dark, they try to move up on these rocks. I'm not sure what that was, but something tried to nibble me. There we go. Oh, it's a, what is that? It's a green sunny. New species. Now, if this doesn't show you the appetite of a green sunfish, I don't know what will. He has got this entire big old slab magnet just gobbled up. Honestly, it might be what I've been missing a lot of. It's a big bait, and that's really not that big of a green sunfish. Sweet. Only thing missing today is my my big old river catfish special, but I figured there'd be a lot of people out here fishing, which there is, and I didn't want to toss it out there and get in the way of nobody, so we left the catfish pole at home. We're just going for the big slabs. But we do need to come back out here and do some catfishing soon. Looks like there's catching some crappie on the other side of the river over there. I bet there's a better break. It looks like a nice break, but it's hard to say. There we go. What's that? Oh my God, it's a big sauger. Big sauger, let's go. That's what I'm talking about. Look at that thing. I didn't know these guys were still here. That's a big one. Ooh, baby. That's a big one. Look at the size of that sauger. I swapped to a fin spin. Black chartreuse slab curly. It's getting dark. That right there will make up for the lack of crappie production. That is a stud sauger. Let's go. There's a little something something. What is that? Is that a crappie? Oh, it is. Oh my goodness. I thought it was a white bass. That was in white bass water. That crappie was in white bass water. Oh my gosh. Maybe they're down there. They don't seem to be in front of me. For whatever reason, they are not doing the deed in front of me like I thought they were, but we will take that one. It's another good little keeper. It's getting dark. I'm about to get my light. Oh, that's a good one. He swallowed it. I'll tell you what's driving me crazy is that right up against the wall over there in that middle boil, there are just striper and white bass, and I don't even know what hybrids, all sorts of stuff coming up to school and like crazy, and I have nothing to fish for them with. It's maddening. I wish that I had brought my big pole so I can put like a 2-ounce weight and a swim bait or a grub on it, because they are going buck wild right now. I started hearing as much of like just, you know, that feeding kind of popping, kind of sucking sound, and I was like, what the heck? And they are just, even still, just going nuts. There we go. There's another nice crappie. Moving on in. Another good keeper. I gotta get my flashlight, because I know it's getting dark for y'all to see, but that's another good keeper on the slab curl. I pitched in there the cast before and got wrecked and missed him, came up empty. That time we got him. There we go. Here's another crappie. There's another crappie. Right up on the bank, guys. Can y'all see that? Oh yeah, y'all can see that, just barely. The lights came on out here. But I'm gonna go up there and grab my light so we can see what we're doing. Another good little baby slab. I've walked down the bank a little bit. I'm just kind of exploring. This one was in some pretty fast current, but just pushed right up on the bank in like 6 inches of water. Oh my gosh, here we go, guys. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. The water is dropping. Look at that right there, fellas. We got ourselves a little snaky snake. This is a Midland water snake. So I had noticed that my net was like up on the bank, and I was like, what the heck? But the water is actually falling out, so that's probably not good news for us. But I happened to see something slithering underneath it, and it was this Midland water snake. And I guess he was trying to get in that bag and get him a crappie, but there was no way for him to get in there. That's pretty nifty. We got ourselves a little snaky snake. We're gonna give him a little toss back into the drink, and we're going to evaluate the situation because the water has definitely slowed down. That could either help us or hurt us. I'm not sure what's gonna do just yet. Usually kind of hurts us. What is that? I think I got a big old drum. We're hooked up, guys. I think it's a big old drummy drum. Unless it's a giant crappie. It's not a giant crappie, it's a big drum. Look at that big old drum. It is a nice one. That is probably a 4-pounder. He's long and lean and skinny looking, but we'll take him. He's a nice fish. I was hoping it was a big slab. He thumped it. You just never know when you feel that big thump what it's gonna be. This time, it was a big old drum. Let's send him back. There you go. Is that crappie? Crappie! Yeah, baby. Kind of a little skinny guy. I don't think he's actually gonna be a keeper, but it's another crappie. Just seconds after catching that drum, the water's really started to kind of like calm down and get situated right. He's borderline. We're gonna toss him back though. I need to go back and get my net. My net with all my fish where I was standing originally is like 30 yards down. The current break is right here now, and hopefully these slabs are moving in. Uh-oh, there we go. There we go. I was trying to catch one more fish and I got him. I do believe that we have ourselves another big old drum. Oh my gosh. It's a big one. You're just gonna have to trust me. We gotta land him. He's on the mega magnet. Oh, ow, my toes. Well, there's just a big old headed freshwater drum to wrap the fishing part of today's video up. I've been trying to catch a fish for the last like 20 minutes. The bite has completely fizzled out. It might be starting to pick back up. The water's been falling. It's dropped like 2 feet in the last like 45 minutes. And the fishing just died. And that happens, you know, but it takes a minute for the fish to get set back up. And they're probably doing that right now, but we are out of time to fish. And this is a good one to go back home to. So we're gonna send this big old drum back into the river. We're gonna gather all of our stuff. We're gonna load our fish up, head back to the house, get them cleaned up, cook them up for y'all. We'll see you guys when we get there. All right, we're back. We've got our fish that we caught last night all cleaned up. We've got our sauger fillets here and here. And we got a little smorgasbord of some crappie fillets. We got them seasoned in Old Bay. We've got a skillet right here with some butter melting. We're gonna put these in there with that, swish them around, and have something delicious to eat for supper. Can't wait. We'll show you guys how it's done, and we'll see how they taste. We got our fish in the skillet now. They are cooking up nicely, and they smell delicious. I'm excited to eat the sauger, excited to eat the crappie. We're gonna also cook up some rice, cut up some avocado, mix it all together. Can't wait to plate it, and can't wait to try it. Look at those babies sizzle. Oh, snap.
What's up?
What's up, JJ? Nice of you to join us.
Nice of you to make me a nice plate of delicious looking fish.
You know, these are actually the tastiest fish that you can get from the river, but you already know that.
Yeah.
We got lucky and got that one sauger. I thought they were done, and whenever I cleaned it, didn't have no eggs, so like the spawn is definitely not on with the sauger, but all the crappie still had eggs in them, so we can still go down there and catch some more crappie. But you need to go down there and go do that. You haven't even been down there this year, I don't think, have you?
I don't think so. No, I haven't.
It's been weird time. It's been weird timing, but luckily they're still there, and the bite is still pretty on fire. And I think a new bite's fixing to start happening too. But you got a bite you gotta take right here and see how it tastes. Some
sauger, some rice, and a little bit of avocado.
You say avocado?
Avocado.
Avocado. Is it good?
Avocado.
Our fish tank's a little loud. Our axolotl tank is loud.
That's good.
Been craving some fish. It's been a couple days since we had some fish. Usually we eat it like every day.
Yeah. It's honestly been a while for me.
We've been craving it.
Hang on.
And that's as good as it gets.
Look at that.
Look at that. That's as good as it gets. It's got a rainbow fork. I mean, that is a nice little mess of fish.
Yeah, you don't get better than that. Man, that's good.
Only fished for a couple of hours, caught a bunch of fish. You know, only ended up, I think, with 6 crappie and 1 sauger to bring home, but that's plenty.
That's plenty.
We got this, and we got more left over.
That's a 10 out of 10, for sure.
10 out of 10?
That's really good.
Let's go. Well, you heard it from her first. If the boss gives it a 10, it's a 10. I'm gonna get a little bite. I already had some on my fork. I was about to take a bite of it before showing y'all. Oh my gosh, that's gonna be a big old messy bite. Jason's gonna take the camera for me. Thanks, JJ. Now we can do the big messy bite. Big old chunk of fish. Jay took kind of a little bite, but here's the plate. Looks good. Here we go. Definitely a solid 9.8 out of 10. For sure. Could be a 10. That was a piece of crappie. Let me grab a little piece of sauger. That's what we go for. You know, that's kind of like what keeps us going back to these river spillways. Is, you know, you have like your usual suspects you can catch, you know, the white bass, the stripers, the crappie. But I mean, like, just knowing that you could catch, you know, a Big Daddy sauger like that one we caught last night. I mean, that's what actually gets me back out there. Get a little bite of that. Sauger's always a 10 out of 10. That is delicious. I think if there was one fish that I could eat for the rest of my life, it might be sauger. What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Got a really exciting video for y'all today. So my buddy just hit me up and told me that he is on an insane fly fishing bite down below a spillway down at the river, and he wanted me to come down there and join along with him and try to wreck some fish on the fly rod. Now, I haven't done a whole lot of fly fishing this year, so I might be a little bit rusty, but I've done quite a bit of fly fishing in the past, so I think that we'll be able to get the job done. Although I'm not that proficient at fly fishing in heavy current, which he said that is what we're going to be fishing. But he said the bite is insane and it shouldn't be that hard to get some big fish on the bank. So we're going to load up our gear. We're going to head down there to the river. It takes us about an hour, hour and a half to get there. So I'm going to get my stuff. I'll catch you guys when we get down there on the water. All right, we literally just got down here. Dakota's got his rod set up. I don't even have my catfish rod in the water, and he is already linked up with something massive on the fly rod. Are we gonna see him? Hold on to him, buddy. We gotta see this guy. We're hoping to catch some flatheads out here on the catfish rigs, and he possibly already has one hooked up on the fly, which would be insane. Dude, look at that bend. Is that a 4-weight?
Dude, it's a 5.
5-weight?
Tiny 5-weight. I think, dude, he's acting like a flathead.
I've got a 6-weight. He's also, oh my gosh, dude.
He's just shaking, taking off.
Just drifting a black woolly bugger, huh?
Actually, it's like a little orange nymph.
Little orange nymph?
I didn't have my woolly bugger on. I have woolly buggers though.
And he told me to string up those woolly buggers. I'm gonna have to put orange nymphs on now. Dude, we gotta get a look at this guy.
No kidding. Oh, this is probably the biggest thing I've caught on this rod.
For real?
Yeah. This thing's giving me the treatment.
Dude, that's just so epic.
Oh,
it's chaos
rolling.
too. It's got to be a catfish, right?
I hope.
I mean, I guess it could be a big drum.
He ain't fighting like the drum dude. He's rolling. It's kitty.
It's a kitty. It's a blue cat. What the heck, dude? It's like a 6-pound blue cat.
That's
a 7-pound.
That's nice.
That ain't bad on a fly rod. Look at all that slime. Dude, look at that catfish, guys. He's about gone more out. Brought the big old rods to the river to catch catfish. I'm right here getting them with the fly rod. Look at that, that's incredible.
Come here, guy.
Dude, grab that dude. My guy, look at that.
Whoop.
Oh. In case you're wondering, he's not using a 1X leader. He's using
12-pound mono.
Using 12-pound mono.
A channel.
A channel. I thought it was a blue cat at first.
Channel.
That's a big old channel. Heck yeah, dude. Way to kick off the afternoon. Now, that is how we get it done. That's like literally that's like your second or third drift down there?
Yeah, you walked up and you saw it happen, man.
That's crazy.
It's been on fire. Oh. No.
Hey, at least you can't go nowhere from there.
Hopefully not.
All right, so we made our way upstream towards the dam a little bit, and I'm gonna start testing my luck at some fly fishing action. Dakota caught that nice catfish right off the bat, which was really cool and really motivating for me. So that, you know, I'm not the best fly angler out there in the world, and fly fishing in this heavy current is kind of daunting. But we're gonna try to get it done. I got a black woolly bugger tied on. We're gonna start ripping across these rocks. I mean, I see a bunch of shad and I see some fish, you know, tailing around in this area. So there's definitely fish in the area. We just gotta get the fly right in front of them, and hopefully they will eat it. So let's get down there and let's catch some. got one. I got one. That was a tiny drum. Tiny drum. Uh-oh. Mistakes were made. Oh, we're good. We're good. Looky there. Look at there, guys. First drum on the fly down here. There are so many just wrecking these shad. They're pushing them right next to the bank with this heavy current, and there are so many just busting them. I'm working this little, making them off the hook. I'm working this little black woolly booger through him, and he munched it right at my feet. That's so cool. Hopefully we get a bigger one than this. I want this rod to bend over the way that Dakota's did with that catfish. That was so cool. See ya. There we go. Better one. Better one, I think. Feels good. Oh, not as big. It's a nice one. Oh, it's so much fun catching them on the fly rod. Oh, what? Don't break the hole. Slightly bigger than the last one, again on that woolly booger. All we're doing, like I said, we're just casting it upstream into those shad. I've got a little BB size little split shot. We're just letting the bait just sink down and drift right through them, and they're munching it. They're eating all these shad. I might look at my box and anything that imitates shad a little bit better, but I think that the black woolly booger honestly stands out from those shad, and it's what's getting them to key in on it. We're gonna throw this guy back, and we're going to send another one through that area and hopefully catch another one. Oh, baby. Be big. Oh, he's digging a little bit harder than the last ones. Come up. Oh, it's a catfish. Oh my gosh, it's a catfish. Yes, I'm gonna do it. Oh my gosh, guys, no joke. Look at that. We got our first catfish on the fly. I haven't caught a catfish on the fly in so long, and that is so crazy. A nice little channel cat. All right, like that's a keeper size fish. Dakota kept that first good one, so I'm gonna walk him over there and see if he wants to keep this one too. But that is what it's all about, guys. Coming out here below the dam, drifting a little woolly booger. I'm not really that good of a fly fisherman, to be honest with y'all, but we're getting the job done. That is so crazy cool.
I think we'll be all right here.
Oh yeah. There we go.
Oh, it's big?
Yeah,
Oh,
it's big. That's big. It's big, bro. Bro, it's big. I hope it's a big drum. I think it's catfish though. Dude, look at this. Look at this. I got it. Think it's catfish?
I don't know what it is.
It's
running
big.
like a big drum or...
Big drum!
Huge drum.
Huge. Finally, we got a big drum, guys. Finally, and he's down that current. That catfish we caught was pretty good size, but he honestly wasn't huge. It was only like 1.5 pounds. This drum is like a 2 or 3 pounder, maybe bigger.
I give him 3 or 4.
Cody gives him 3 or 4.
3 or 4.
The key to doing this out here in the river is heavy mono. Not that heavy, we're using 12 pound, which you can rip around and fish with. Here he comes, he's coming to me. Dude, he smashed that bug. Ah, let's go.
Give him the 3.
I give him a 3 also. It's so crazy because these fish will get you down the rocks and in the current, you'll think you're literally hung up. It's so crazy, but that is a nice drum. Now I know these aren't the most highly coveted fish species out there, but you know, anything goes when you're on a fly. I mean, it's so much fun. Like if we were catching this on conventional gear, I mean, it would still be fun, but it's just something special about catching them on the old fly rod. And I'm so glad that Dakota let me know about this bite. That is so crazy. Nice drum. Hopefully before the day's over, we'll have one maybe twice, maybe thrice as big. 10 pounder. What do you think, buddy?
I mean, nice. I've seen some big ones.
Ah, that is awesome.
What is it?
A little Clouser minnow.
Oh,
That's a fish. That's a fish. That's a fish. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Be another big one, dude. You can't
say double up.
We got doubles?
My baby flathead.
Oh my gosh, no way!
He's going.
No way!
Oh.
Dude, show him. Dakota got a flathead. Doubled up, Dakota's got a flat. What is that?
What is
that? What is that? That's a drum. That's gotta be a drum. I can't move him. It's a drum. Big drum. Oh, it's a big drum. Okay, Dakota got a baby flathead. That is incredible. I've got a drum. Come here, big guy. Come here, big guy. Hit right at my feet. Oh, this guy is so cool looking. Oh my gosh. Guys, this is the coolest drum I think I've ever caught. The colors on this thing. Let me get a hold of him. Oh my gosh. Guys, look at the colors on this drum. Look at his face. He's got like piebald markings on him almost. Like his fin's got some white on him. His tail has got that white tip to it. Like, look at that. His face has literally got those really awesome looking white markings. And that is a bigger one. That's our biggest fish of the day so far. That's like a 4-pounder on the old classic black woolly booger. And like I said, I've got a BB split shot above it just to get it weighted down, to drift in the current right. Take one last look at that guy. Beautiful, beautiful fish. We're gonna send him back. What you got, man? Instant. That's another pretty decent one, not that big. I'm lying, guys, he's not big at all. Whew, we got ourselves a little fish tank drum. He's cute, we look pretty cool in a fish tank, but it's not the size we were after. Gotcha. Then we got another drum, guys. Look at this rod bend. That is so funny. Oh, he's got some cool colors. I mean, it's like, look how fat and happy these drum are. They are just cracking me up. Just out here, just busting these shad. I mean, they're rallying. They're eating them on top water. Like, you could probably throw a popping bug, and they would come up and eat it probably. That's crazy. He's got some cool colors too. He's got that dark coloration. He's so good. Got some really cool dark coloration. Also got like some like blue and some gold, some green color in his scales. Just a beautiful little fish.
Arkansas redfish.
Arkansas redfish. There we go. There we go. Yes, again, just drifting that little woolly booger right here in front of me. It cuts off. There's a little, backboard. There's a little spot where the rocks stick out, and there's just a little bit of slack water. There's a bunch of shad, and I guess there's a bunch of drummer there. It's kind of a steep spot too. I should be able to do that again. Every time, just about every time. They're all small. That's the only problem with these ones right here in front of me. And while it is fun, it does get a little bit repetitive, even though it is fun. Beautiful little fish. I'm gonna get one more right there like that. There we go. There we go. Clockwork, baby. Oh, I'm about to fall in this dang river. Catching these drum. Woo. I don't want to fall in this river, guys. I want something to pull me in. That's what we're after. Again, do a nice little drum. That was a hard thump.
Whoa. What do you got there, bud?
Is that a cat? It's a catfish.
Yeah.
It's a catfish.
Is that a flathead?
It's a catfish.
That's a flathead.
Is it? No, it's a channel.
So. No way.
It's channel.
It's a nice channel.
Yeah, dude, he thumped it so hard. Finally got something besides the little drum. We've been weeding through dozens and dozens of little drums. That's another keeper too, dude.
I know it. That's awesome.
Dude, he hit it so hard. You can definitely tell when it's something different. It's a drum. They just kind of just peck it and they have it. This guy just thumped. I gotta go down there and chase him, dude. Look at the current. It's like getting faster. That's the only thing about this, though. I can probably drag him. I don't want to lose him. Come here. Oh, there we go. He's helping me out. Here we go, dude. Here we go. Dude, freaking catfish. Boom! That is so crazy.
That'll fry nicely.
Heck yeah, dude.
Uh-oh.
Okay, I'm not sure how many times we've done this today, but we've doubled up once again, but I think I've got the better end of the double up this time. Still not as good of a catfish as the one Dakota caught earlier on, but still, channel catfish on the fly rod down here in the river, the current has really picked up too. And it's just crazy like how aggressive these fish are right up on these rocks. Literally the fly is drifting right like 6 inches in front of our feet, and they're just messing it up. That is a really nice catfish. Let's go, let's catch more.
Cheers.
Cheers to a good time catching catfish on the fly.
Back where you're at.
Oh gosh. Oh gosh, it's a big drum, bro. Oh gosh. Holy cow. Holy cow, there we go. There we go, moved up just a little more. I don't even feel that bite. The current is moving pretty fast up here. I think that's my biggest drum today.
Okay, so he'd almost go forward.
There we go, finally got ourselves another sizable drum. He's kind of skinny. The other ones have kind of been pretty chubby with all the shad around. Surprised this guy is as skinny as he is, but he's still probably like a 4-pounder or so. Could be 5 if he was filled out, but we'll call him 4. Look at the head on that sucker. We'll see him. That was cool. Dude, look at the size of this drum Dakota just caught. Oh my gosh. That thing is fat. That's like the same build, or the same length as the big one I just caught, but yours is way more filled out. Look at the colors.
So beautiful, yeah.
Gold.
It's got that specklet space going on. It's got fish breakfast.
That's a beautiful fish. Black boogers, doing them dirty out here. Definitely the best drum of the day so far. Awesome, now we just need one more big catfish, and I feel good about it. I already feel great about it, but we'll feel ecstatic about it if we get another big catfish. There we go. There we go. Nice fish. Nice fish. Crushed it. Crushed it. I think it's a drum. Oh, he's not as big as I thought he was. He just hit it so hard. Ugh. It's hard not to think that every one of these is a monster just by the way they hit it. It's just so crazy. Like I haven't caught fish like this ever. It's awesome. Okay, we're gonna try to catch one more. Just one more. Shouldn't take but one more cast. There we go. That's a good one right there to end on, guys. Oh, big guy. Big guy in the current. Big guy in the current. Oh, look at that rod then. Look at that rod then, guys. I'm slipping all over the place. Is this a drum or a catfish? I don't even know. I don't even know what this is, guys. I'm gonna strip him in. He's coming back. He's coming back. Come here. Oh! Oh, it's a big one. Oh gosh, it's a big one. Yes, get up here. That's a good one to end on, guys. Big, beautiful fish. Come on, we gotta land. Now that is what I'm talking about right there, guys. That is a really, really nice drum. That's like probably a 5-pounder. He's nice and poochy, really, really beautiful. Got some great gold colors, just some good dark colors, just really filled out. And this is a great representation of the day we've had out here today. We've caught a lot of drum. We've been busy catching them on these flies all afternoon long. Probably caught, I don't even know, 30, maybe even 40 fish out here. It's been non-stop action. Little ones, big ones, medium-sized ones. We caught some catfish. It's just so cool. I wish we could catch more catfish, but I'm just stoked on the day we had out here. We're definitely going to come out here again, expand on this pattern. I want to say a big thanks to my buddy Dakota for getting us out here today. Let me know about the hot bite. But with that, we're going to take this guy down to the water's edge. We're going to release him. I don't care what y'all say. That is a beautiful drum. We will see ya when we see ya. There he goes. All right. Well, I think with that, this is where we're going to end today's episode. Had a great time out here at the river. Definitely not the last time we're gonna be down here fishing. If y'all enjoyed this video and the fly fishing content you would like to see more, be sure to let me know down in the comment section. Be sure to give this video a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already, and we will see you on the next one. Bye, guys. Oh gosh. Oh gosh, guys. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. What is that? That's a good fish. That is a good fish. Oh, oh, he's going. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Today I'm out here on the banks of the river below this giant discharge, and I'm basically fishing for anything that swims out here today. I've got a couple of spinning rods with some double jig rigs tied up, and I'm hopeful to find some fish biting. Now, it's very cold out here today. It's like 50 degrees. The water looks kind of muddy, but we have a good current break behind us, and that's probably gonna be our best bet for catching some fish. I don't know what's running, like I said, so that's why I'm using the double jig rig, but hopefully we can catch something to take home for dinner. Fishing below these discharges is a great way to catch fish this time of year. They tend to congregate because this is where a lot of the bait fish migrate. So I'm optimistic. I'm hopeful we'll catch something. So if y'all are excited to join along with me on today's adventure, I would greatly appreciate it if you could leave a thumbs up on today's video and subscribe to our channel so you don't miss out on any of our future fishing adventures. But with that being said, let's get our lines in the water and let's see what we can catch. Oh, he smoked it. He smoked it. He smoked it. He smoked it. He's a good fish. Good fish. Good fish. Good fish. I don't know what that is. Oh, it's a good fish. Oh, it's a good fish. He's come to the top. What is that? That's a good fish. That is a good fish. Oh, oh, he's going. That's a big one. Oh, is this a striper? Yo, what if this is a striper? Oh, he's gone. He's gone. Get back over here. This might be a striper, guys. I can't think of what this fish might be. He bit it really good. Definitely ate it. Oh, I gotta play this fish carefully. It's a big one. Dang, I'm biting on this light rod. He's got me out in the current. Oh, frick. What is this thing? First fish, and it's a good one. Oh my gosh. Please stay on. Hope I'm not like weenie arming him. Oh, stay on. I'm only using a 6-pound test leader, which is probably dumb for fishing out here on the river. I usually use 8. Oh, I gotta be careful. He's taking me downriver. I just want to see him. He came up to the surface, but I couldn't tell what he was. He's still, he's like right under the surface. Oh, I just saw him. What is that? He's waking. Come on up. I want to see you. This is a very strange fish. What is this thing? He's by the bank. Oh, is that a striper? I think it's a striper. I think it's a freaking striper. Please be a striper. Is that a striper? I'm gonna be so pumped if this is a striper. He's big. Whatever he is big and beautiful looking. My heart is like pounding, it's racing. I was not expecting this. I got down here, the water was looking kind of muddy, it's cold, but that was only a few moments in. Oh, come on, come back up. Let me see you. Let me see you. Just pull that drag. Oh my gosh, look at him go. Look at this big old fish go. Okay. Stay on there, buddy. Stay on there. This thing's got really heavy all of a sudden. Is there another fish on here? Oh. Come back up. Come back up. Come back up. Come back up. I want to see you. I think it's a striper. I really want it to be a striper, guys. He's just sitting there in the current. He feels so heavy all of a sudden. I don't know if he got snagged up in the other jig, or if another fish ate the other jig. I don't know. It feels really heavy. This is weird. It's like insane how heavy this fish feels. Do not get stuck on these rocks. He's right here by the bank. I literally can't do anything with this fish all of a sudden. Oh. You do you, boo-boo. He's coming back up, going back out. He'll get 4 or 5 feet from the bank and then he'll take back off out there into the channel trying to get in that current. and he goes down deep. And there's a lot of rocks down there. I want to keep him out of those rocks, and there's no telling what kind of snagged up line is down there. I know a lot of people catfish out here and get hung up. Really want to keep him out of that stuff. He's a pretty good fish. Whenever I first saw him, he didn't look like, you know, like something just super huge, but I did not get a good look at him. But he's took it up another notch. I wouldn't be surprised if I had another fish on that top jig. You know, fish can get really competitive this time of year. If there's a school of, say, if this is a striper and there's a school of striper down there, I mean, it wouldn't be hard for another fish to grab that other jig. It just feels very strange. But it's definitely, you know, I'm definitely not saying that it couldn't be something else. Just the way he's fighting, he kind of felt like a striper. Oh gosh. Now he feels kind of like a flathead. It's hard to tell. These are not like big beefy jig heads either. These are just, you know, light wire crappie jig heads. So I just don't want to pull too hard, but I feel like I'm putting pretty good heat on him. Oh, it's a big striper, guys. It's a big striper. It's just one fish. It's just a big one. Oh, he's so heavy on this rod. Okay. Got him here by the bank. Oh, don't fall in, Cole. Figure out a good spot to land him. I wish I had a net. But we're gonna have to do all we can to grab a hold of him. Get him tummy up, make him easy to grab. Oh, that's a beautiful fish. Okay, he's done. He's done. Oh, I got him. Let's freaking go, guys. Oh, that is so sick. I was not expecting to catch a fish like this today. Whoa, he smoked that 3-inch curly tail grub. Oh, I had a feeling it was a striper just the way he's fighting. He got down in that current and he just like turned it up a notch. That is sick. 6 pounds and 14 ounces, just under 7. That is a nice river striper. Yeah, that is so awesome. I am actually gonna string this guy up and take him home. Man, guys, look at the size of this beautiful striper. I was not expecting to catch a fish like this today. It's very cold, the water is muddy. I moved down here to this current break, threw my double jig rig setup in there a few times, and it was just all over it, and the fight was just insane on that light little ACC rod. 6-pound test line had me worried, but we managed to get the job done and get this fish in the bank, and I'm hoping that this is not the only one that's down there. I mean, surely there's more down there. This is just crazy. I was not expecting that. But I've got some heavier leader line I'm gonna tie on. I'm gonna put another one of those 3-inch grubs on there and see if we can target a few more of these guys, maybe some white bass, which was the original fish that I was gonna target out here. But that's the thing about spillway fishing, guys, especially in the fall time. You never know what you're gonna catch whenever you tie on a double jig rig. But what I'm gonna do with this fish is actually string it up. I've been wanting to catch some striper. I've gone to a few places recently to catch some and came up empty. So this is exciting, so sick. Let's get him strung up and let's get back out there and see if we can catch some more. Okay guys, so after catching that fish, I just tied on a little bit stiffer of a leader. This is 8-pound fluorocarbon. I know y'all can't see that, but then I put 2 of these 3-inch little white grubs on there just to maybe see if we can double our chances and see if we can connect with another striper or something. This size grub will catch anything, but I feel like this bigger profile is going to help us target the striper a little bit better. I think I have some swim baits back in the car. I might even go back and get some swim baits, possibly. But we're just gonna fish here, feel this out a little bit. We haven't been here very long. Might find some white bass or some crappie or maybe even some sauger, I don't know. We'll just see what happens over the next few moments and we'll make adjustments if necessary. But the good news is that at the very worst, we're at least gonna go home with 1 7-pound striper, and that's plenty of fish. There's a bite. What is that? Oh, it's a crappie. It's a crappie. Let's go. That's not a 10-inch crappie, but that's our second fish of the day, and it's a crappie. We caught like 2 of the premium species you can catch out here. Not bad. I'll take that all day. Man, if we can also striper and some crappie, I'll be a happy guy. He's like a 9-incher, so we'll throw him back, but that's exciting. 2 fish and 2 awesome species. See ya. Oh God, oh God, that's a big fish. I don't know what this is. Come on up, let me see you, let me see you, let me see you, let me see you. Might be a drum. It's a drum. I am good at calling my fish species, that's for sure. Whew. I had my bait bouncing around there in the rocks. I just made a swap also, by the way. I wasn't getting any bites on the grubs anymore, so I swapped the 2 crappie tubes. Come here, guy. Oh, there we go. And there you have it, guys. There is our 3rd fish species of the day. It's a freshwater drum and a pretty good sized one, you know, like 2.5 pounds or so, and he smoked that black and chartreuse crappie tube. As I was saying, I wasn't getting bit anymore on the 3-inch grubs, and before I decided to make a move, I wanted to throw those crappie tubes down there and see if maybe, you know, a smaller, more subtle approach would get more bites, and I mean, he reacted to it immediately, and like I said, that's a beautiful fish. We're gonna send him back and see if we can get some more. All right, Mr. Drum, have a good day. Thanks for biting. Uh-oh, 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 he flipped you over. There you go, there you go. Whew. Let's get our jigs, let's go back over there and catch another one. Oh gosh. Oh gosh, guys. Uh-oh. 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 That's another big fish. This might not be a drum. This might, I don't know, it might be a drum. It's big. He's a heavy boy. Very heavy boy. I've got stouter line on here now, so I can pull on him a little bit harder. I think this is a drum. Come up. Come up. Let me see your head. 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 What kind of head do you have? You have a big old drum head or a catfish head or a striper head? He's not going on a striper run, but I'm also torquing on him pretty hard. I think it's a big drum. Oh, it's a big drum. Big old drum, guys. That's a nice one. He makes the last one we caught look tiny. They are all over that black and chartreuse. I think that color change really is gonna help us out. Ho ho, and get some fish, even if they're all drum. That's a nice one. Good grief. Whew, whenever they bite it and just wallow around, you instantly have to assume that they're gonna be a drum. But sometimes they'll surprise you and make a big run, and you end up having like a striper or something. Whew. I'm here, big fella. Got that black and chartreuse grub or tube. Whew. I'm here, big fella. Daddy's got you. Oh, look at the head. Look at the head on that one. That's a pretty one. I love these fish. Man, they are so pretty. They have that, that purple and blue sheen on their scales, blue eyes. I mean, these are most often regarded as the trashiest. I mean, the white trashiest trash fish out here in the river, but I love to catch them time to time. On a day like today where I wasn't sure if I was gonna catch anything or not, it's great, and he got pinned good. This big guy clobbered this crappie tube. I thought for a second I might have had a striper or something interesting on, but oh, just a big old fat, nasty drum. Look at that. Look at the head on that guy. He's gonna be like 5.5 pounds or so. Imagine if we got a crappie that looked like this. I mean, this is basically the same profile that a big crappie would have. That is sick. Big old guy. I'm gonna send him back and get back out there and see if we can catch some more. His mouth. Ugh. I got deja vu all of a sudden. The drum are doing it now. Get out of here, big guy. Yeah, so graceful. Whew. Well, dang, guys, this place does me dirty like this nearly every time that I come down here. I'll show up, I'll get bit, pretty quickly, and then nothing for the longest time. I caught those 4 fish within like the first 35 or 40 minutes that I was here, and since that last drum, I kid you not, I have not had a single bite. I've gone through a bunch of different plastics, jig head weights, I threw a swim bait, threw a blade bait around trying to get some more striper, and absolutely nothing. But one thing that has changed since I've been here is they decreased the amount of flow they're letting out from this hydroelectric plant, and I think that that is the main reason why the fish have quit biting. But I've scoured this bank trying to locate them again, and they just turned off for the day. I think maybe they were biting earlier, maybe I should have gotten out here earlier, I don't know. But nonetheless, we were able to catch some really nice fish, including that big old striper, like first thing. That was crazy. I'm excited to take that fish home and eat it. And I was excited to see a crappie, but I was hoping to get a few more. But anyways, I guess I'm fixing to pack up my stuff, leave this spot. I might check out another spot on the way home. I'm not sure exactly. We'll see how it goes. But if not, I will catch you guys back at the house. Okay, here we are. It is the next day. I decided whenever I got home to just put the striper on ice. Let's take another look at this guy. Look at how big and boofy that guy is. a completely unexpected catch at the river yesterday, but I am pumped that I was able to land it on that light gear. It was a battle for the ages, and we came out on top. So what I'm going to do real quick is show you guys how I like to fillet the striper. There's a couple of steps that I feel like are necessary to make sure that the meat tastes good, but if you follow those steps, you know, striper is really fine eating fish. So we have our electric fillet knife. This is the Bubba corded electric fillet knife. We have, of course, our striper, nice little fish cleaning table, and then a bowl of water, just all of your essential items for cleaning a fish. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna start off by making a cut right behind the head, just like you see us do with all sorts of other fish. Let me turn this camera so you guys can get a little bit better of an angle of this fish real quick. Point it down a little bit, maybe that'll help. Okay, so we got our fish right here, and do our first cut right here behind the head. I kind of like to just follow around the operculum right here just so we can get the most amount of meat. Then we'll run our knife down the back along the spine. And then I like to stop right before I get to the tail just so I can have it all in one piece. So what we'll do now is we will open up this fish, flip our fillet over, and we're just gonna take the meat right off the skin just like you would any other fish. It's really easy. That is a big old chunk of meat, guys. Look at that. We still have the ribs to take out, so let's take that out really quickly. It's easy, you just kind of feel for the ribs, you can see them, and we'll run the knife and follow the bones out. Beautiful, there's the rib cage. And here is our boneless, big old striper fillet, and that's just one of them. So now you could just take this big fillet in theory to the table and get to cooking, but if you flip this thing over, you see there's a lot of red meat on this side. That red meat makes the fish taste a little bit extra fishy, a little bit too fishy for our taste. So what you can do is just simply remove that thin layer of red meat, and then you have just a really clean white piece of meat. And it's a really thin strip, so what you can do is you can take your electric knife or your hand fillet knife, whatever you want to do, and just simply just barely scrape that off the top. It's really, really simple, and it's a great way to really improve the quality of the taste of your meat. So I'm gonna do that really quickly. A lot of times also, whenever you get a little bit more advanced at cleaning striper, you can actually lift up on the knife when you're taking the meat off the skin and actually avoid most of that altogether. But for demonstration purposes, I wanted to leave a little bit on there. So let's peel that off really quickly. Okay, so I got most of it right there, and you can see I just took a really thin strip of that meat right there. It almost looks like bacon. But that is not very tasty. We'll throw that out in the lake for the other fish. And here's what the fillet looks like now that we've gotten most of that red meat off. You can see it's pretty much just a white chunk of meat. There's a little bit more trimming we're gonna have to do, but we'll do that in the kitchen. That's good for that side. Let's do the other side of our striper really quickly. And let's get this guy ready for the table. Okay, we got our striper cleaned up a few hours ago. I've had the meat soaking in the fridge in a bowl of salt water for a little bit, but we are now in the kitchen and ready to cook it up for dinner, and I am very excited to share with y'all the way that we're gonna be cooking it tonight. It's absolutely one of my favorite dishes to make with striper meat. I've got it all set up back behind me on the counter. Let me turn this camera around and show you guys what I'm talking about. It's gonna be so delicious. Feast your eyes on this delicacy right here. We have our striper meat all diced up here on this plate, but if you look back behind the striper meat, we've also got some shrimp boys here in this bowl. So that can only mean one thing, right? Because if you look over this way, you'll see that we have a pot full of some crab boil mixing. And yes, guys, we are about to make some poor man's lobster with the striper fillets, and then we're gonna boil some shrimp. It's gonna be just a little seafood medley. It's gonna be so, so good. If you've never made poor man's lobster before, it's basically you just boil your fish meat, whether it be striper or catfish or whatever sort of like firm fish meat you can get in crab boil, and then you dip it in butter, put your lemon on there, and it tastes, I mean, almost identical to lobster. I mean, in my mind it does. It may not in your mind if you're a lobster lover and get a lot of lobster, but you know, us here in Arkansas, we don't have fresh lobster readily available for us, so this is as good as it gets for us most of the time. So this is about boiling. Once it gets boiling, I'm gonna add the shrimp and the striper meat in there. It's gonna cook for like 3 or 4 minutes and it's gonna be ready to go. It's gonna be delicious. So we will start that process right now. And there you have it, folks. Dinner is served. We have our plates complete with the poor man's lobster, aka striper fillets, our shrimp, our broccoli, and then of course our butter bowl to dip all that goodness into. How are you guys feeling about it?
That looks delicious, so we're really excited, or I'm really excited. A
Cypress
little too spicy probably for a little guy.
Yeah, he said it looks kind of spicy, doesn't it? Your hair looks cute, buddy. Got a little mohawk going on?
He just got out of the bed.
Well, I'm gonna let y'all do the honors on the official taste test while I've got y'all here.
Don't mind if we do.
You going in for the fish first?
Going in for the fish.
Okay. You get a nice little dunk.
Here we go, Sai.
She missed.
Whoa. That's good.
Real good?
Mm-hmm.
Is it as lobster-esque as I'm wanting it to be?
Mm-hmm.
We don't get lobster here in Arkansas,
Oh my
do we?
gosh. That is so good. Oh my goodness. That's like the best I've had in a long time.
Maybe next time we'll actually like get a lobster and we can compare the two and see how well they taste.
Holy smokes.
If you're going in for seconds, it must be good.
That's delicious. Mm.
You heard it there first, folks. The poor man's lobster was delicious. Buggy, you want some poor man's lobster? It's too spicy for you, Buggy. That'll tear you up. Baby C is just like chomping at the bit to get a little bit of that, aren't you, buddy? He's actually chewing his hand because his top 2 teeth are coming in.
I think he's having more teeth come in.
He might have 4 teeth coming in. He has been in pain the last few hours.
It's been hard.
You want to say hi, buddy? Can you say hi to everybody? He said my teeth hurt.
Can you say hi?
He said my teeth hurt. He said please pray for me. My teeth hurt. He's so sweet. He's ready to go to bed.
Yeah.
I gotta get in and get a taste of this stuff. So like you, I'm gonna go for the poor man's lobster first, and then we'll make sure the shrimp is edible, but shrimp is usually always good unless it's fishy and gross. But there you go, it's a nice little morsel. You can see I kind of diced it up into little squares just to kind of make it, you know, kind of seem like it's like a lump, like crab or lobster meat. Dip it in here. Oh shoot, it's tender, it fell apart. No. Boy, that's good.
Yeah.
Man, what a blessing it was to catch that striper at the river. The river was nasty, it was cold and muddy. I wasn't expecting to catch anything. And then to, you know, get to experience the battle of that fish for however long it was, like 10 minutes, and then to be able to turn it into something like this that's so tasty, it's just awesome. And people will say that you can do it with the drum. I've tried it with the drum. They're no good. No good at making poor man's lobster, in my opinion. It always turns out nasty. But I want to go in for one of these little shrimpies.
Oh, yeah.
Try it with these little guys. Peel them off. I haven't made shrimp in a while. I just feel like we can be a little extra. Buggy likes the shrimp. You kind of look like a shrimp, Buggy. Her ears perked up. She said, I'm not a shrimp. You're a shrimp.
Poor Buggy.
So neglected. We'll give you a doggy treat instead. Got our shrimp. We all know how this is going to go. It's going to be delicious. Oh my gosh. 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 Yo. That's a giant. That's a giant, dude. Please come up. Oh! Oh!
I think that's the biggest fish I've ever seen.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Excited to be with y'all today. We just made a really cold boat ride from the boat ramp. It wasn't that long, but it was very, very freezing. This is the coldest morning I've been out fishing in a while, but we're here. I got my good buddy Luke. This is actually cameraman Jacob's brother, and I met him through him many moons ago. But we're out here today. We've reunited. He actually moved to Texas and left us for some reason. Why'd you do that?
I had to move on, you know. Bigger and better things.
He's a Dallas cop, and he thinks that's more fun than being an Arkansas cop. But anyways, we are here below this big dam. Y'all seen us fish here a lot. I haven't been here in about a month, and since the last time I was here, it's gotten much colder. But if you look out here, Or it looks like we're about to make a David Attenborough nature documentary. There is so many birds. There's seagulls, there's pelicans, there's cormorants, and that could really only mean one thing, and that is that there is a lot of bait, there's a lot of food here for them, and that should also mean that there are some predator fish lurking down there in the turbulent waters. We've got really great current conditions. We've got a good heavy flow. It's gonna be flowing for the next like 4 hours or so, and I got some good stuff here in this bucket. If you take a look, I went late last night down to a different dam, and I caught us some fresh little small gizzard shad. We probably could have caught them here, but I decided to went on ahead and get them last night. So we got fresh bait. We've got a whole smorgasbord of rods and different options to use. We're gonna dump some Carolina rigs behind the boat to have them chilling. We're gonna cast them into the current and bump some baits down, and we're just gonna see what works and hopefully catch some big ones. Luke has actually never caught a catfish over 10 pounds. So that's one of the side missions today, is to hopefully catch his new PB catfish. And I'm also hunting new PB, because and with that, I've actually got another thing hidden under here that none of y'all know about. Anybody want to take some guesses about what I have in here? No?
I have no idea.
No.
Is it a bait? Is it a?
It's
real.
It's bait.
Glide bait. Gotta be a glide bait.
It's a glide bait.
It's a glide bait. I knew it.
Okay. They're kind of frosty, but if you take a look here, I brought me some delicious catfish treats back home with me from the Gulf of Mexico. These are mullet, and I know that they eat mullet down in a lower portion of this river. I'm not sure if I don't think mullet can get into this part of the river, so they're either gonna be like, or they're gonna be like, oh yeah, baby. So we're gonna cut up some big chunks of these mullet and drop them out. See if we can't catch a monster, but like I said, we've already got shad, but just wanted to give them a bunch of options. So we're gonna get after it. We need to catch some fish, get fired up, get warmed up. So if y'all are excited to tune into today's adventure and see what happens, do us a huge favor, hit the thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel, and let's get our rods rigged up, send them to the gates, catch a big old nasty cat. Let's go. All right guys, so we're gonna start off by getting a couple of Carolina rig rods out so we can just have them in the water and start fishing. So got this one here. We're gonna start off by baiting them with the smaller shad. Don't worry, we're gonna get the big mullet cut up here in a minute, but honestly, they are frozen solid and I need them to thaw out a little bit. So we're just gonna stick him a couple times on the circle hook. I have 30-pound leader on this right now. It's a little bit lighter than I like for this area, but we're just gonna rock with it. Until then, this is still rigged up from our adventures down on the Gulf Coast. We got this big beefy catfish pole. I've got the Donkey Kong 6000 reel from Temu on there. And then we got ourselves a little gizzard shad, and we're just gonna plop this boy right off the side of the boat. The current's gonna take it a little bit. But now we can say that we are fishing. It's like 20 feet deep right here. But we're kind of sitting here in this seam, and there should be some fish chilling. But we're just gonna listen to drag up a little bit so nothing steals it. And we're just gonna set it right here for right now. Do the same with this pole. But once we get these set up, we can start doing the fun stuff. That one there is about to get 8. I already know. I'm not sure if it's this or not, but they got 4-ounce Carolina rig weights on there. That should hold in this current. If it don't, then that's the heaviest I got. Don't tell nobody though. Boom. So we got our Carolina rig set up. Right now I'm getting a bumping rig set up. And this is just like, if you're a bass head, it's just a drop shot. Big Mega Daddy drop shot. I've got my hook up here. You can actually make it where you have like a dropper. But I usually like to have it just straight to the line whenever I'm doing it, whenever I'm catfishing. That's just me. But I got that hook, I got it about 18 inches above where I'm gonna have my weight. And based on the current conditions, I think I'm gonna use a 3-ouncer. You want the bait to get down there to the bottom, but you don't want the weight to be too heavy where it gets snagged in the rocks. You just want it to bump and crawl and twist and just not get snagged. If you have the wrong size weight, if you're too heavy, you'll get snagged every cast. If you're too light, you'll never make it to the bottom. So hopefully that right there will work. If not, we'll bump it up to a 4. And then we're just gonna put a shad on there, bump it down, hopefully find something. Oh, get it. Get it. It's a big one. Reel it, reel. Just reel. Don't set the hook. It's a circle hook. Just reel. You got him, Luke. You got him, dude. Woo. Tighten that drag up a little bit. Let's go.
First fish of the day.
You got it, dude. How's it feel?
Feels all right.
Just all right.
You running around a little bit?
Rutting around a little bit. Is it a catfish?
About to find out.
Oh, it's a little blue cat. Hey, there we go. There it is. Hey, a little slime time. You can tell that Luke is the Texas bass angler on that hook set right there. Boom. That's not a 10-pounder.
It's not the 10-pounder we're looking for.
Let's start. Look how fat his little tummy is. That's a good eater. That's what we call a good eater. We actually probably keep him.
Want to?
Oh yeah.
We'll fry him up later.
We're gonna fry him up later.
First fish of the day. I think we're off to a pretty good start.
That ain't bad, dude. We got meat in the fridge, or we got meat in the live well. We're gonna eat him tonight.
Still a little chilly out here, but maybe catch a fish. I think you get a little bit warmer, right?
That's it. Yeah, and there's fish 10 times that size out here.
Hopefully we get one of them.
Yeah, there's a good chance we will. Oh. No way. No way. No way. You have a fish? Are you serious? He's hand lining that sucker? No way. Don't hurt yourself.
Still got one.
Oh my gosh, it's a drum. That's the craziest crap. This guy. He's trying to swap the reel handle on his reel because he reels righty because he's a lefty, and he got smoked by this drum. That's hilarious. Look at this thing.
We eating him too?
No, we're not gonna eat him. We might use him for bait. Not really. If we catch any small ones, we might actually cut them up for bait. But that's a nice little drum.
Let him go back.
I don't know. I didn't point at him though, so I kind of failed. That's a big fish. Oh my gosh. I thought I had a rock. Dude, there we go. First fish for me. Bumping. That's a nice one. Unless I'm just weird. This might be a flathead. This could be a flathead, guys. I'm not even kidding. It's just staying down. Look at this. Look at this. Is this even a fish? Doesn't even feel real. Oh gosh, it's a fish. Oh my gosh, it's a big fish. Big fish, big fish, big fish, big fish. Big fish. This is Luke's new PB. I think it's a flathead. I think this is a 20-pound fish, guys. Did you ever see a big catfish in real life?
12 pounds is the biggest I've ever seen.
Oh gosh, dude. This fish did not fight at all until we got it right here. I think it's a flathead. About to see it, bro. Oh, it's a nice blue. Nice blue. Nice blue. Come on up. Oh, net that thing. Oh, it's a beluga whale. Let's go. Come on with it. Come on with it. That's how you get fired up, guys. That's a giant.
Oh my god.
That's a giant. He didn't do it. I just felt the faintest little when he ate the shad. Oh my goodness, guys. That's how you kick the mooring off right there, guys. Big old healthy blue catfish. He's probably pushing 20 pounds. If not 20, he's a high teen. He fought so weird. When he bit it, he just barely bit it. Just barely a little bite. And he just felt like a rock, like I was snagged. But then he started taking off and swimming a little bit, and then once he got to the boat, he really started digging. Look at the head on that thing. That thing is gorgeous. Kind of got a weird grab on him, but he does like a death roll, I'm gonna like lose my fingers. But that is amazing. That is what we came here for. This is a phenomenal catch to kick off the morning, but if I know anything about this place, there are fish that are twice and 3 times bigger than this one, so we're gonna send him back. I thought I had my scale on the boat. It's actually in my truck. If we catch anything like super big, we'll run back and get it, but we'll say he's 18.5 pounds. He's heavy. There you go.
That was a good one.
You might need a little bit of drag at some point, but you're good. There you go, you're good, you're good, you're good. Oh, they're fired up. They are fired up this morning, guys. How's he feel? Like big?
It feels bigger than the last one for sure.
Okay, sweet. And that's a lighter pole. Might be why he feels bigger, but he could just be bigger. Slightly bigger. Oh, it's another eater.
There we go.
The rod's just a little bit lighter. I think it's probably why he felt bigger, but that's a good one.
Still a good one.
That's a great one. Woo-hoo-hoo. Look at that. Another beautiful blue catfish. Give it a kiss. Give it a kiss.
That's too slimy.
Dude, the action is wild this morning. They are going nuts. You would think that they'd be a little bit sluggish because of how cold it is, but they ain't. They're fired up.
We got our 4th fish of the day. It's gonna be another eater catfish. I think he's gonna go in the live well. Take him home for dinner.
Yeah, he's probably like 4 pounds, maybe 5 pounds. He's hefty. It's hard to tell because they're long. They got these big old bellies, and that adds on a lot of weight. But that's a beautiful fish.
Maybe a little bit bigger than the last one.
Yeah. You know, well, yeah, a little bigger than the last one you caught, I think.
So
the one I caught was, that was a big one. He could have eaten that one. But bigger than the drum too, but we'll throw him in here and we'll catch a couple more. Yeah, he's bigger than that one. Look at that.
yeah,
Hey,
got
buddies.
a friend.
Hey, you're just trying to feed the fam. Got him that time, baby. He came back for, look at that rod tip, it's spinning. He's coming down current, so I don't know how big he is. You never know until you get by the boat. Come on, baby. It's been a little slow since our first little morning flurry, but it's picking back up. It's picking back up. Come on, come on. Feels pretty decent, buddy. Fairly decent. Oh gosh. Oh gosh, he's going nuts. Fairly decent.
Good fish.
Scoopy! Nice.
Another good one.
It's a sneaky big one. He's not a monster, but he's nice. Woo! Check it out, I just missed that fish the previous cast. Threw back in there. I don't think it's the same fish, but it's definitely a nice little consolation prize. He's a pretty good one. He's probably 6.5, 7.5 pounds, something like that. Definitely quality. I think the one I had on there a minute ago was bigger, but if you look at his head, I'm not sure if you can tell or not, but above is like his right eye. You can see like all that scraping. That's like from where another catfish bit this dude on the head. And it's a wild world down here below the spillway. We catch catfish this size that have giant mouth imprints from even bigger catfish trying to eat these guys. It's insane, but we're actually throwing him in a live well. This will be our 3rd keeper. And I think that we've got probably enough for dinner now, so we ain't gotta worry about keeping any more. But as always, if we end up catching like a nice little keeper flathead, we'll do it. But that should be good for us for eating tonight. We're gonna get another bait up there into that gate, and we got something figured out. They might have repositioned up in there. We were casting over here and getting lit, and then that kind of died off. Maybe they just moved right there. Hey guys, this is a big fish. Big fish, huge fish. This one's huge, I think. He's kind of down in the current. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. We might have to go chase this one. Might have to chase this one. I don't think I'm being dumb. I might be being dumb, but I'm not sure. He's swimming to us. Here he comes, here he comes, here he comes, here he comes. Oh. Oh, we're hooked up again. It feels like a nice one. I was literally just picking up the other pole to move it in because it hadn't been bit in a while, and this one here went off. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. This pole almost went in the water. Oh, it's a baby beluga. Woo, look at that tummy.
Fish.
Look how fat he is.
Oh my gosh.
These fish never cease to amaze me on how just bulbous they get. Good luck. Oh my gosh, this thing is massive. Big chungus number 2 of the day. This one's bigger than the first one, I think, just on gut alone. Can you see how just massive that tummy is? They are down here gorging themselves on shad, you know, getting ready for a long winter. That is a big one. He's got to be 20. Look at the head in there. He's really dark. The last one we caught was a little bit lighter. It's crazy how you can have these different color morphs out here. You have some that are really light, some that are dark. Wow, what an amazing specimen. That is epic. Oh, I'm barely holding one-handed. Woo. Okay, I can't believe that just happened. Yeah, that rod was in the water for 30 minutes and I was about to reel it in and it just took off. Sweet. It's fish. Another catfish. He's coming fast. He's coming fast. I don't think he's at, oh gosh. Oh gosh, he's rolling. It's definitely a catfish, definitely not a drum. I don't think it's a giant. It's a good one though. Come on up. Oh yeah, it's another good one that we could eat if we didn't have any already. Is that a channel cat? No, it's a blue cat. Oh. Hey. Nice little guy. Probably our smallest of the day, but I'll tell you what guys, they are just so much fun to catch. It's fun catching them on the big rods and then fighting them in the current. But really what's the most addicting part is just feeling that bite. As you feel it bumping on the rocks and all of a sudden it just goes donk. And at any moment, you know, you can lean into it. It could be a 50 pounder. Nice little blue cat, we're gonna send him back. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. Yo, 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 yo. This is huge. This is huge. This is absolutely massive. This is enormous. Hey Luke, we got a problem here. He's huge.
Big boy.
It's a big boy.
Need to chase him down?
Well, we can't go any further north. This is big. This is a big boy. Oh my gosh. Whew. This is big. Big, 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 big. Mucho grande. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, stay on there. He's coming to us, bro. This is a big, big. And if it ain't, I'm jumping in. Oh my gosh. Just don't spear him if he comes up. Please be a big old flathead. It's high stakes right now. Get ready, bro.
Oh my gosh.
Honestly, not as big as I thought he was gonna be, but he's still big. Whoa. Oh my gosh. Oh, he's big.
It's the biggest today right there.
He's big. He's big. I didn't know what to expect exactly, just because of the way he bit. That's big though. That's not small. I don't have to jump in, guys. I didn't lie to y'all. He's gonna bite me. Oh, look at that mouth. I'll tell you guys, there's not a whole lot in this world that fires me up more than that bite right there. My bait was just bare. I could feel it. It was like stuck on a rock. It popped over the rock, and then this thing just absolutely decimated it. Look at that head. Look at the mouth. Biggest of the day. I didn't really know what was on the end of my mouth. I didn't know if it had like a 30, a 40, a 50, just on that initial bite. I mean, look how big his head is. He is so big. This dude's probably 25-ish. Probably. He's not 30, but he's a dang good one. He fought hard. The big ones are biting. I just can't wait to get back in there and hopefully get another big one. Look at the tail. I mean, just a powerhouse of a fish. Heck yeah.
Oh man.
Oh, fish on.
Big?
Yep.
Big.
Big on the yellow bass. He's not fighting. I'm pretty certain I have a fish. He's coming this way. I got my drag pretty tight and he's pulling it.
Big, big.
Big, big. Oh my gosh, did y'all see that head shake? Oh, this is painful. Look at that. Fighting like a soft-shelled turtle. So many of these big catfish we've caught, we pulled up and the hook's been barely in their mouth. So that's the only thing that's got me worried. But I think we got a good hook right now. If we get one that's like close, looks like it might be a 40, we're gonna have to go get the net. I mean, we're gonna have to go get the scale.
Man, I'm a little nervous right now.
As a 40 would be my personal best blue catfish.
What about flathead?
Gotta be 53.
53.
I just got back from fishing in saltwater, catching giant black drum. And this right here smokes those big black drum. And I caught a 40 pounder. The way this thing is pulling, and like, I've caught 30s, and I've seen them at this point in the fight. Oh, oh, oh. I am not babying this fish. Please come up. Is it a flat or blue? I see bubbles.
I think it's a blue.
Oh! 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 Woo! Whoa!
Bro, that's I think that's the biggest fish I've ever seen. Oh my god, he doesn't fit in the net.
We've had that issue before with flatheads. We haven't had it. Oh wow, big mama. Is she barely hooked?
Barely. I mean, look at that.
No.
I mean,
no.
barely hooked. I mean, it was hooked by that little bit. Oh, she closing. Wow.
Look at that big mama catfish right there. That thing whooped me. I didn't know if it was gonna be a flathead or a blue cat. It was fine like a blue cat the most of the way, but then I just couldn't get it up. So I thought maybe it might have been a flathead, but that could be my biggest blue catfish ever. I'm just not sure. We caught a really big one out here last summer. That was like 35 pounds, I think, or 30 pounds. I don't really know. And guys, what a behemoth. I just kept feeling down in my gut that we were gonna hook up with the river monster at some point. We've caught some nice ones, don't get me wrong. But this is the fish that we have been after all morning. I had no idea if this thing was even possible to catch today, but the conditions just lined up perfectly and I can barely even hold this thing up. I don't think this is a 40-pound fish. I think it's probably like a 35-ish pounder. We're thinking about going and getting the scale. We're also thinking about just letting it go. If we keep it, we're gonna like drop Jake and Luke up on the bank and they're gonna hold on to it like in the net and I'm gonna run and get the scale. What should we do? Should we get the scale? I think we're gonna go get the scale. I think I'm gonna drop them off. They're gonna keep it in the net. I could be down and back in like 10 minutes and we're gonna wait on this thing because it's big. It's big, it's really heavy, it's hurting me. Look at that melon. Whew. Okay, y'all talked me into it. We're gonna run back down to the boat ramp. It's only like literally a 5-minute run down there. We're giving this fish some water. Catfish are pretty hardy and we'll splash some water in them while we're getting down there, but then we're just gonna weigh them down there at the boat ramp and release them there. Instead of like hauling them down there and then hauling them back up here. He'll definitely swim back up here. It's not very far for him to go and there's a lot of forage and all sorts of good stuff downriver too. We just gotta know, we gotta know. As I haven't caught very many giant blue catfish and I know there's 100-pound blue catfish. This is not a 100-pound blue catfish, I get that, but this could be the biggest one in my life and we have a scale. It's worth it to know. We made it over here to the beach. Our fish is doing well, and we're about to see how big she is. Luke's got the scale. We were trying to find some lip grippers, which would be more ideal, but we couldn't find them. I don't think I have them, but we have the scale, and that's all that matters. It goes up to 110 pounds. This guy's not 110 pounds, but we should be able to get an accurate read. We're looking for 36 pounds. I've got a confirmed 35 pounder on the scale, blue cat wise. We catch 36, we're in business. Oh, don't bite me, please. Oh, she's about to bite me. Definitely a two-person job. Oh. Okay, right there, that little notch right there. Okay.
Come out of the,
Yeah, I think you're good. Let it go straight up. Well, let's do it again.
see up in there.
Okay, it probably hold.
Nope.
No.
Let's see up in there.
This is why the lip grippers are good. You don't have to worry about doing this, but you gotta make sure you don't hit the gills. You just wanna stay inside the gill plate as if you were holding it up with your hands.
Can you look
Good?
inside the mouth there?
You're probably good. Okay. Oh, man. 30. This scale kind of bounces around. 30, high 30. Unfortunately, not a new PB blue catfish, but fortunately, 30 pounder. 30 pound blue catfish. I think she needs to be a little more bulbous, she needs to be a little bit longer, needs a little bigger of a head. But still an awesome fish. Let's take a couple more looks at her and then we're gonna send her on her way. That's a giant. That's a giant, dude. Don't do any weird pumping stuff. That's a giant. That is a giant, dude. Just fight that thing. That thing almost broke my finger. That's big, right?
That's
Okay, this could be your guy. Just let him do his thing. You got good drag? Okay, you got good drag. Dude, I got you. They just shut the water off. We were like, man, they shut the water off. We got our stuff all tangled up. And Luke's got a monster on the vine. We might have one biting on this pole too. You got it, dude. You got this. It felt big when he almost broke my finger. Did it feel big to you?
yeah.
If it feels big and there's no current, then he's probably big. Come on, dude, you got this. You don't want to give him too much drag. Oh, I saw bubbles. Oh, snap. Oh, dude, it's big. Oh my gosh.
Will it come back around?
Oh, baby. Dude, that's a giant. That's a giant. I mean, you got lucky. You didn't have to fight this thing in the current. Ah,
let's go.
Oh, my man. All the way from Texas to catch his personal best catfish.
That's solidified it right there.
We did it in the last moments.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, scale's on the board too. It's on the boat too. Look at that. Look how tubby that one is. My hand was this close to getting wrapped up in the braid and being gone forever. Dude,
Bro.
that is huge. The big ones were not messing around today. How much do you think that thing weighs? How much do you feel like? 20 pounds?
I'm gonna say 22.
22?
Say 22.
Look at that thing.
He's thick.
Thick with 2 C's, dude. Golly. That's a monster. You wanna weigh him?
Let's see. Let's see what it is. You wanna hold that side?
Yeah.
It's
25.86 in the net. We gotta weigh the net and see how much it weighs. But the net doesn't weigh but maybe a couple of pounds. But dude, a 20 pounder? Look at how fat that thing is. Dude, that's incredible. That is a tank of a catfish. We've caught 4 like that size, and then we've caught 5 big catfish out here. And we didn't even get to fish that long. They turned the water off faster than I thought they were going to. But we're gonna cast some Carolina rigs out, but first we gotta get this guy back in the water. How did it feel fighting that thing?
Yeah, that's awesome.
Did it hurt? Does that hurt?
That hurts a little bit.
Yeah, it ain't no
He's
joke.
ready to go back for sure.
They've got the sharpest teeth ever. All right, send Tubby Belly back in the lake. We're gonna see if we can't maybe catch a couple. There we go. This is it, guys. Last fish of the day. We've been waiting, hoping to get a bit one more time. The bite really slowed down with the water being turned off. This feels like a good one. It's always so different now that we don't have any current. You can really feel the weight of the fish the whole time, and this guy smoked it. Come on, be a big guy. Be a big guy. The wind is really messing us up, just blowing us up in here. Where's the net? Come on, we need you. Luke was saying how he was content with just this one fish. I was like, man, we gotta get at least one more. We can't just end because they shut the water off on us. Oh, wicked tuna.
Oh, that's a good one.
Boom, we did it. Not a monster blue cat, but just perfect. I mean, look at that thing. Not a blemish on him. Smoked that shad. Again, just skin hooked down there. It's crazy. It's hard to get a hook through their mouth because it's just so thick and bony. Oh. But that is a nice one to end on. Probably like a 4-pounder. We've got enough in our live well to take home and eat, so we're gonna send this guy back. And we're gonna gather ourselves and we're gonna head back to the ramp. We caught, I don't know how many catfish we caught. We probably caught northwards of 20. We caught 5 over 20 pounds. You caught your personal best, and we got some in the live well to take home and eat. So overall, phenomenal day. Couldn't ask for anything better, except for them to maybe let the water run a little bit longer, because as soon as they turned that off, the bite really dissipated. And if they would have left it on for like another 2 hours, it would have got nasty, because we had them dialed. But anyways, congrats on catching personal best. You got to come back over here and catch a 27-pounder now.
40.
A 40-pounder.
40, man.
And yeah, I honestly, guys, did not expect for them to bite that good. When we pulled up and saw all the birds, I was like, man, this could be real good. I told them this could be 50-50, and I'm glad that we were on the right side of the coin this time. But we're gonna head back to the boat ramp. It's not too far away. We're gonna get these fish situated. We're actually gonna go find some Mexican food somewhere to celebrate, and we'll eat these catfish another day. So if y'all enjoyed today's adventure and you'd like to see more catfishing videos this winter, let me know down in the comment section. Give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already, so you don't miss out on any of our future fishing missions. We're Cole and Luke, and we'll see you on the next one. Bye, guys.